Hello again, Andy with Handy Andy Handyman, Handy Andy on Demand, and welcome back to the boys, one of our top crews underway here in Dunwoody. And I get criticized a lot because people want to see the repairs or how we're doing them. It's really hard for us to do that. You have to realize that we're running anywhere from 15 to 30 projects a week all over Metro Atlanta. We've got a crew of 30 people. This is one of our top crews led by my brother. And you can see some of the stuff that they're doing here. So here's the angle cuts in the garage. And so when you make a weather cut like that, it's not going to trap any moisture. All the trim's getting repainted, so you can see where they've back primed and sealed all the trim. And they'll do the same thing here. And so what happens with a lot of companies, we're doing so much work for this customer that there's been a lot of add-ons. I'm bidding these jobs from the ground, and then my guys are getting here and finding extra stuff. And here's a perfect example. So we bid. This is a custom center, and again, you see the angle cut is back primed and sealed all the way around. They haven't caulked yet, but they'll do that. And then the inside frame piece is rotted too. So you can see again the angle cut. If you look closely, they'll caulk it. It'll never rot again. And so those extra pieces, we're doing enough work for this particular customer that he's not going to get charged for that. But on a job this size, he probably has $1,000, $1,200 more in extra charges. But because we did the fence, we've done some other things, he's having us back to do some other work inside the house. He's not going to get hit with these charges. This inside frame piece right here is rotted. I didn't notice that when I did the bid. You know, look for the black on your house. You can see the failed caulk in the corners right here. You can see this caulk on this drive-it detail right in here. So every time it rains, where do you think the water's going? Right inside. So the boys will caulk and seal that. I really should say boys and girls, or men and women. We have some women working here now as well. So they haven't touched this window yet. These two windows have some repair issues. You know, and it's really nice to have professionals like we have on our crews, because we can do the carpentry, we can do the electrical, we can do windows, we can do ventilation. Like this customer has some issues. This is his master bathroom, and there's no vent fans in there, so we're going to cut some vents to come out through the stucco right here. The window, it's hard to see it, but when I bid this window from the ground, I'll lift up a little bit so maybe you can see it. But the actual sill that master bath window sits on was rotted out too. The people that worked here before had a vinyl nose right here, so I only saw the rotted brick mold on the left and right sides. The nose didn't rot because it was vinyl. The problem with the vinyl noses, and it's kind of hard to see it, but if you notice this window, the white has a little more pitch to it than the window next door over here. This is a vinyl nose piece that some idiot installed flush, so it's not going to drain properly. It actually trap water headed back towards the sill. We'll come through and try to skim it out with some silicone caulk, but really it probably needs to be replaced. You can see again where they did the trim repairs right there. So they're picking up little things as they go. This is a dog ear up here. This is a solid piece right now. And again, when they got going on the work, they realized that this one over here was rotted as well. So we replaced it. You can see where you had the bore be damage up here. If you go back to the earlier video, that's been skimmed out and sealed, so it doesn't have to be replaced. They still have this fascia work to do behind this gutter right here, I believe. I don't think they didn't get into this one yet. The fence is awesome. We sat here the other day, my brother and I, between the two of us, we're over 400 pounds, and we swung on this gate. Custom built, tenon on the side. This thing will be here for, if they keep it stained, this gate will be here for 100 years. The hardware will go bad. We have a hard time buying good hardware. These springs will eventually go bad, but this is a system that they can open from the inside and the outside. I don't think they got too much going back here. You know, people don't realize the amount of tools that we have. One of our trucks got robbed the other week, and it was $8,000 worth of tools on that truck. So they've been back here on the back of the house right here. You can see this nose right here was custom built. You can't buy these pieces, so my brother actually sat down with a table saw and made this nose. And you can see now where they've gone in the house, like this nose right here, this is a replacement nose. It wasn't meant for this window or this house. It's hard to see in the video, but it's actually almost flat, so water is settling back against the sill and rotting it out. Versus what you see my brother's done over here. If you get to the side of it, can you see the pitch and the slope on it? So these pieces can't be bought in the store. This one can over here, and that's exactly what that handyman did. Nobody has the skill set anymore to come in and do what we've done. And again, you can see the angle cut trim back here. So if you want professionals to fix your windows, a lot of guys will come out just like this customer's had salesmen come out here and tell them all your windows are bad, you need to replace them all. Why? Just fix and keep what you got. You want this house to breathe, especially on a stucco house. But you can see they've made a pretty good roundup in repairs yesterday. There's another angle cut trim piece right there, another one there. They came in here. This is a more difficult repair here to do the inside frame. Can you see it right there? And that's angle cut as well. Same with the brick mold on either side. So they've picked up a bunch of extra repairs as they went yesterday. This bloody fence next door that we did, it took us 2 weeks to build this fence. So my crew will make more money on this job. The company will make more money on this 2-day job than we did on that 10-day job over there. There's another dog ear we replaced there. They got a fascia piece to go behind that gutter there. And it won't get much over here. My brother's blowing stuff around or whatever he's doing over here. Oh no, this is one of the other guys. So you can kind of see the noses right here. They replaced all the noses in this area right here. Right now they're trying to figure out what's going on with the drains over here. So you can see how they did these noses. All the way through here. And you can see that they have the right pitch now. But none of these are store-bought. Every one of these noses out here is custom cut. And you can see on some of the other windows, they had to do frames. They did an extra nose here. They're checking all the upper windows. And then we're coming back and repainting the trim as a separate job for this customer. And you can kind of see, you know, why you have issues with trim. Well, here's a couple of your trim boards that we replaced. So if you look at this, the back side of it's raw wood. That edge is raw wood. That edge is raw wood. That edge is raw wood. So out of 6 faces of wood, only 2 faces had any paint on. Actually, on this one, only 1. So guess what? Of course it's going to rot. The same with the dog ear. This was a built-up dog ear. You can see the rot right there in it. And if you go back to the earlier video, all you saw was kind of a wrinkle line. They had caulked over it. And that's the problem with all this trim. And you can see the brick mold is the same thing. This piece was actually, this was a replacement piece that rotted out again because it wasn't caulked properly. Welcome to my world. This is exactly what we do. This is one of the noses right here. Totally rotted out. Look at the back of it. So, it's an interesting business. You can't outsource this. We've been doing this stuff for years. You just have to be patient with us. And now, you know, if you know a good contractor that's, you know, struggling for work, have them call us because we're starting to open new locations. We're licensing people to be us in new markets, and that's the plan going forward. Once you get to the number of people we have, it's a struggle to really get all this stuff done. And I'm running all over the place. But the quality of the work is very, very good. You just have to be patient with us. You can catch us at 770-912-2829. Sometimes you can catch me, Andy, at 770-265-9017. See you at the next house. Bye for now.